Hi everybody, this is Dawn with Scrapbook Sage. How are you doing today? So I have a couple things I want to tell you, and it's going to be fun. So I don't know if you guys know, but sometimes people call me Yammie, and I will tell you why at the end of the video. So stick around. But I want to let you know Scrapbook Sage and what it's all about. I have been doing junk journals for several years now, and a lot of new changes are happening, and I'm really excited about all the changes. So I thought I would just have one video consolidate what's going on with me and how it relates to a couple other artists and some of the collabs that I'm working on in different ways. So my name is Dawn, and I'm a junk journal artist. I have been scrapbooking for over 25 years, and I love doing that. But about 6-7 years ago, I sort of segued back into journaling. I've always journaled since I was 15. I always did journaling to process my own stuff and tell the story, all the good things. So I have a book of journals of my own in the closet, and I still like to use journals to sort of help keep me on track. I just made a journal yesterday for some of my business goals, and this is it. It's called Let's Go, and it has my February digitals in, or not February, my Florida digitals in here that you can find on Ko-fi. Isn't that cute? So I am taking notes in here. I added some extra pages that I used from a bullet journal because I like writing on the grids and on the dot matrix. So I just tabbed in extra pages so I would have more room to write. I could have folded 30 pages, but you know, we all like to play a little bit. And then the other digitals you'll see in here are from Nevermore Creations, which is very significant. I have Nevermore. Yeah, so they're from Nevermore Creations. And the reason that this is mine and this is Nevermore Creations, the reason that that is significant is I just recently purchased Nevermore Creations digitals. So if you guys have been in the junk journal community at all, and if you followed Nevermore Creations or Lindsay Zenor, you know, she makes great fun digitals, and they haven't been available in the marketplace for a while. And the reason that is she loves to teach as well. And so she went back to teaching, and she sold her consign. She had two parts of her business. Well, three parts. She had her YouTube channel. She had where she built a consignment shop where she took in journals from artists from all over the world and sold them at consignment prices. And then she also had her Facebook group. And then she had her digital. So her YouTube channel was sort of the venue in which she showed off other people's art, and was the venue where she showed off her own art in the form of digitals and her own junk journals, and shared her wisdom about junk journaling and the creative community. And we all love her videos. A lot of her videos are evergreen. Go check them out. Give her some love. Help her YouTube numbers go up, even though she's not doing as much in the community because she's teaching and raising up another generation to leave of young people to leave a legacy with. So we are excited for her and the things that she's doing, and grateful for the impact that she's given in our lives. And I definitely am. I was one of her artists from when she first started doing her consignment shop. I found her maybe a month before she started the consignment shop, and I have several journals that I sold through her. Even something cool is during that time I'd met a family member that I online, not officially, and she ended up buying my first junk journal that I sold on Etsy shop. So Etsy has a warm place in my heart, or not Etsy, but Lindsay and Nevermore Creations has a warm place in my heart for several reasons. I feel like her style has influenced me. Her love for the community and her love for people was just top notch. So as a result, many of us followed her on her Facebook page, which was Nevermore Creations. And I'm currently an administrator for that, full disclosure. However, it recently changed its name to Yvette's Junk Journal Shop, Fans and Friends. And the reason that is Lindsay asked Yvette to do that because Yvette bought the consignment shop from Lindsay a few years ago, a couple years ago. And so Yvette and I both started selling things on Yvette and I started selling things on Lindsay's shop around the same time. And we admired each other. We both live on the coast. We've met up, we chatted, and we do a lot of collaborations together. So when Lindsay wanted to sell the consignment shop, Yvette bought it, and we all were excited because Yvette's an amazing artist. She's got a great heart, and she works really hard to honor the things that we send her. And she cherishes and values the artwork that we send her way to resell. And I'm also a supplier, so I get to send her supplies, both found supplies that we might want to craft ourselves, and or I make ephemera and elements for junk journals, and I send her junk journals as well. And I may be sending her some printed digitals from Nevermore Creations. And how that has worked out is I purchased the rights to sell Nevermore Creations both online and as print and ship. The reason I approached Lindsay when I found out she was stepping away from the business in every way, I asked about her digitals, and we had a discussion, and I decided to buy the permission to sell them both online, use them in digital kits for classes, and digital kits that I sell in the various consignment shops and my own Etsy shop. So that process has started this last week. So all this has happened within less than this last month. So things are changing and happening quick. If you know Yvette, you know there's some things going on with her, and we're just sort of tag teaming each other. Her business is her business, and my business is my business, but we will talk about each other a lot because we do a lot of collaborations together. In addition to me being an administrator for her Facebook page, which is great. She's got like 30,000 followers on that Facebook page, which means the followers post a lot of free digitals. They post their digitals, their artwork, their journals, their creativity. Go check it out. You get a lot of inspiration there. I don't know what changes she's going to be making there, but if you do want to join Yvette's Junk Journal shop, fans and friends, that Facebook group, you do have to answer all 3 questions, just so you know, because it's social media and some people get on there that we don't want on there, all that good jazz. So answer the questions, and one of us administrators will deal with those. If you don't answer them, you might not get entered into the group. So make sure you do that. And then Yvette and I are also a part of the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge 2025. We did it last year. There was a group of us, 6 of us last year, who did it, and we made over 240 videos sharing inspiration on different junk journals you may want to make. The goal for the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge is to make a journal a month. So 12 journals, 12 months, 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge, So it's as simple as that. If you don't make junk journals, or it's too overwhelming, we really have opened it up to any project you want to work on. So if you want to make 12 embellishments for the month, and that's your challenge, what is your challenge? Do it. I love challenges, but I'm not rule driven. I don't like the challenges that are rule driven. I like the challenges that help me get my projects done and check things off of my bucket list. So I decided to make a challenge just like that. It's like, what's on your bucket list? Check it off. Count it for whatever month you want to. It's pretty much what it boils down to. So with that said, my challenge, me making a journal a month, I make 300 journals a month. It's just, or a year. So not a month, but a year at least. So that's not so much a challenge for me, but making digitals of every state is a challenge for me. So I've been doing that this year with Moma JuJu, crafting on the back 40 on Sundays at 3 p.m. Pacific time. You can catch us, and you can go to scrapbooksage.com. It will take you to my Etsy shop, and that is where my digitals for Nevermore Creations are being posted. And I just added that, so I got myself confused. But if you want to see the free digitals of each state, you can go to Scrapbook Sage on Ko-fi, and you get the free digitals. So I got digitals for purchase on Etsy and free digitals on Ko-fi. So I want to contribute to the community, give you guys some content. Celebrating America is my way of doing that. And I get to do it with my friends, which hopefully will include you. Come hang out with us on live and chat about the state that you're from, and just have fun with all the gals who join us, because we do have a good time. So that's my Sundays at 3 p.m. So I've talked about Nevermore Creations, purchasing the digitals. I've talked about working with Yvette. I sell journals and ephemera and supplies at her shop. We will start doing lives, both on her channel and my channel, to sell both of our items as well as other items in her shop. Stay posted. We will let you know when that happens. So that's another fun thing that is coming down the pike. So I've talked about Nevermore Creations now. And when you go to Scrapbook Sage on Etsy, you will see some of my digitals, and then you'll see Nevermore Creations digital. They have like a blue line underneath it that says Nevermore Creations Collection, just so you know who's our Lindsay's and who's our mine. And I hope to be making supplemental digitals for her digitals. I've always wanted to do that too. So maybe that will be my goal for the next, after Celebrate America, and next year. So I want to celebrate America for the states, and then I want to celebrate America, the artists in each of the different states, next year. So that's going to be fun. I already got Washington lined up. I have an amazing photographer who I cannot wait to interview and share with you guys, because she is fantastic. She's also a dear friend of mine. So yeah, we are thinking into next year. Is that just so crazy? And what else is going on? So I have to sort of review things in my head. So we did Nevermore Creations. Go ahead and check out my Etsy shop at scrapbooksage.com. Check out Yvette's Junk Journal shop on Ko-fi and her Facebook page. Follow us on Sundays on my YouTube or Moma JuJu's YouTube channel. Follow the 12x12 Junk Journal gals. Just type in hashtag 12x12 Junk Journal Challenge, and you'll see all the gals who are participating in that. I'm going to start doing lives with each of those gals, hopefully by the end of this year. That will be sort of a routine that we're doing. That's a goal that I have for the end of the year. So you can watch out for that. And let me think. Oh, and I'm also here in Seaside. All my journals are at Krafter in Seaside on 15 Broadway, right really close there on the beach. So if you pop into the shop, you'll see 35 other artists. I get to work with many of them in local craft shows. So check out their work as well as my own. Pick up a journal. On Mondays, I'm going to start making takes. It's going to be make a memory, make and take. So if you come to Seaside and you're vacationing, drop in the shop on Mondays. If you're there, you may get a chance to see me, and you might be able to do a make and take with me, and or you can just grab a make and take for yourself and make your own journal, and that is always a fun option as well. I do have journals and supplies and ephemera and all the good things there. And my husband makes the cutest little coasters, and I don't have one here, but he just made a dinosaur one that's drinking coffee. It's a T-Rex, and I called him, and I'm naming him Grumpy Mr. T. So I go, Brad, what do you want to name this guy? And he's like, Grumpy. And I go, okay, we'll do Grumpy Mr. T. So anyways, so cute. We have a lot of fun together. So that's it. Oh, and so I wanted to tell you the story. There's a story to tell you, right? So a lot of my friends call me Yammie, and the reason they call me Yammie is why. So in church about 7 years ago, my pastor was telling a story about the story in Exodus, where the young Joshua and Caleb, they went to look onto a site, and they were the mighty warriors. And he was just, we had a lot of coasties in our church at the time, and so he was trying to relate to them and encourage the younger generation, younger families to intermingle with us older generation, 40 older crew. And so I was in a younger Bible study. The leaders were younger, had new kids, all that stuff. And so we were sitting together, and so the pastor's like, and so we've got our younger generation, you know, they're like the mighty warriors of old, you know, like Caleb and Joshua, da 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 da. And then you get us who are 40 something, and we can sometimes just be a sack of potatoes. And I leaned over to my Bible study leader and I said, and you can call me Yammie. So from that then on, I just have sort of said, okay, and you can call me Yammie. And the reason I do that is two other reasons. One is I don't have any grandchildren, but my best friend, her 3 kids, they call me Yammie. And the other reason is Dawns are artists. I'm just saying, I walk into a location and I start talking about my name and artists, and it's like, oh, my name is Dawn too. It just happened yesterday or last week. So I went to go drop stuff off at the shop. The owner of the shop is named Dawn. And I am drinking coffee out of a beautiful coffee mug made by, you guessed it, Dawn. My dad's name was Don, and the other employee at the shop is named Donna. And I had a discussion with somebody in the shop. She was with a friend. We were talking. I was like, oh yeah, here's Dawn. And Dawn, you'll see my video. It's like, it's Dawn and Dawn. And people get so confused. And so I was talking with these 2 women, telling the story about Dawn's. And the person who was talking with me for an hour, you know, she was all gregarious, da-da-da-da-da, talked. We went back and forth, da-da-da-da. And then the next person ended up buying my coffee journal, and she goes, and my name's Dawn. I just busted up. So that was last year. This year, Dawn and I are leaving the shop. I've stocked the shop. She's leaving. She's got an appointment to go to. We're walking out. Somebody's looking at her amazing shirts that are, you know, the old style, what am I thinking of? The peachy folders. Well, she makes apparel at that, our sweatshirts and t-shirts and purses with that old peachy folder. So people were admiring that, but she was locking the store. It's like, you guys come back tomorrow. My name is Dawn. This is Dawn. And so we're like talking, and the gal that we're talking, and my name is Dawn too. I'm like, oh my goodness. So you will hear me say, and you can just call me Yammie. And so that's why people call me Yammie. And so you could just call me Yammie. And if you see my friends in the community call me Yammie, you know why that is. So there's a little insight onto who is Scrapbook Sage, an update, what I'm doing, all the good things. It's a lot, I know. But can you tell I'm having fun? I hope you are too. You have a great Thursday, and I will keep you posted on things as I can. And yeah, I'll try this new thing every now and then. You might see my hands as well. So talk to you later. Bye-bye.